Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.
Yeah. Awesome. Welcome. Yeah, we're back here dancing. Oh my gosh, we have a really good author today. I'm super excited to
fabulous guy.
talk with him.
We've had the luxury of having a quick little chat
already. I feel like I could go on and on, so I'm really excited about it.
About going on and on.
What?
I don't know if this is true, but my friend who lives and works in Japan, he showed me the kanji for woman. And so say my hand is the groovy little symbol for woman. Do you know what the symbol for noisy is?
No.
3 women.
3 women?
I don't know if that's a joke or not, but I read it only like about half an hour ago and it cracked me up.
Okay, all right.
So you just said, I could go on and on and on. And I'm like,
like there's 3 of you. There's 3 of you.
On and on and on.
Probably feels like often there's 3 of me. Okay, anyway. Scott,
back to you folks out there.
Scott Cramer, he is a licensed realtor. He's a full-time daily dad to his 2 daughters. He's an author and a public speaker who's committed to bringing a message of peace, understanding, and happiness to all those looking to create an uplifting life for themselves and for their loved ones. He's an avid outdoorsman. Scott enjoys fishing and camping and loves sharing these activities with his friends and family. Daily Dad, picking up the pieces, is really a heart-wrenching, and I've already been speaking to him, and I've already been feeling like, so get your tissues ready, you guys. Just going to warn a tearjerker possible here.
And it's not just about the tissues, but it's also about the hope on the other side.
Exactly.
He's got an upcoming book, which we will share later on as well, which is very exciting.
Yeah. So it's the heart-wrenching account of a father that was faced with an unknown future with his 2 teenage daughters after losing his wife to suicide. So it provides insight into the process of healing, power, and connection, and how one must look into the inner self to change the universe around oneself. Like, how do you deal with that? How do you pick up the pieces and you've got 2 kids that are counting on you to be there, and you've got to deal with all that. So this uplifting message shows how family transcends from surviving to thriving. Welcome, Joanna W. And everybody, I want you guys to give a very, very warm Amazon welcome to Scott Cramer.
Yeah, screaming so loud we can hear you in Vegas.
Awesome. Welcome, Scott.
We both hit the add button.
I was waiting, and then you didn't, and then I hit it, and then you hit it.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, Scott.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, so we were just talking with Scott, and I asked him when he lost his wife. And so let's just start there and how that happened, Scott.
Well, 2019, May 29th, 2019, is what I call the event. I got the call. I was actually at an open house for a real estate deal that I was working, and I considered it a good day, it was a beautiful day out. It was sunny. I met a number of potential clients, people interested in the home that I was selling, and I was feeling pretty good. And then around 3 o'clock, I got a call from my daughter saying, "Dad, I haven't seen Mom," because at the time my wife and I were separated, and we loved each other dearly. I mean, we had a relationship. Very good co-parenting relationship. I mean, we had keys to each other's homes, and I'd come home and there'd be food in the fridge, a new coffee maker, or I'd go to her house and mow the lawn. I'd stay and sleep on her couch or in the other bedroom, while she worked a night shift as a registered nurse. And but we loved each other dearly. But what happened in our situation was that an undiagnosed illness had crept into our relationship. It was like the frog in a boiling water, I guess. And you don't really realize that's what the problem is. It's undiagnosed mental health issues, and so that's what really drove us to being separated at that time. But we still loved each other dearly. Um, so I get a call from my daughter, and she's like, "Dad, I haven't heard from Mom." And I says, "Well, Mom usually does that. She'll work in an evening shift, a night shift, and sometimes a day shift. Like they'll triple shift her sometimes, like the odd time." I said, "She might be at work." I said, "Don't worry about it." And then at that time, I just felt like this, like the soul was ripped out of my body. I knew that there was something terribly wrong, but I didn't want to convey that to my daughter.
Mm.
And she kept calling, and she kept worrying her mother wasn't responding. I'm texting her mother as I'm trying to drive from Vancouver to the suburbs, which is about an hour away. And then my daughter had her mother's best friend come over, and they couldn't get a hold of her, and they didn't have keys to the garage. And so finally, as I'm driving home, I'm saying, well, she does this sometimes, the odd time, blue moon, she may have a few drinks or whatever, like, don't worry about it. She'll be fine. And meanwhile, I'm texting her going, what the heck? Like, where are you?
What's going on?
Like,
Yeah.
why are you not answering? Caitlin's freaking out. My daughter's freaking out where you are. In the meantime, my younger daughter was living with me. And so we were sharing duties with the children. And so all of a sudden I get a phone call from Caitlin's, her mother's best friend saying, "Scott, get home now. Just get home right now."
Mm.
And I was like, well, like, why? Is she okay? And for some reason I blurted out, "Is she alive?"
Oh.
And she just said, "Come home now," and then hung up. And those were the before breaths that I had. Driving home, it was rush hour, it was snail's pace, it was, a slow crawl to get home. I'm coming out of my skin. It totally freaked out.
Yeah.
Then the constables, we call them constables up here.
Yep.
And they called me. They said, "Oh," in a very cheerful tone, they were calling me. "So, where are you at?" And well, I'm just about 15 minutes away. "Oh, take your time, no rush. Just make sure you get here." And I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, whew, they got her. They found her. She's sitting in the back of a car or something, And so I drive back, and then I pull up to their place, and the police cars all over the cul-de-sac.
Oh gosh.
And the garage door to the house was open, not the garage door to where her car was, but the other one was open. And there was 3 or 4 constables in the driveway, and my soul fell out through my body, and it felt like they fell out through my feet. And
you knew there was something instinctively in you, or you just knew it was really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I was married to this woman. I was married to her for 21, 22 years.
Yeah.
And we had 2 teenage daughters together. So
there's a connection. There's an energetic connection when you spend a considerable amount of time with people. You start to become frequency specific, or you become
quantum entanglement
aligned with those
in quantum
with
physics.
Those people. So there's communication that happens separate to the physical proximity
and the vocal, and
a knowingness in the universe of knowing.
Yeah, it felt like my body it felt like an electrical charge. Like when we narrowed down the time of death of when she passed away, I remember at that time there was like this electrical charge, like it was just being ripped out of my body. And little did and I write about that in the book, that little did I know it was her her entering the realm of the spirit, right? And
I had a similar experience when my house burnt down. My best friend son died, 3-year-old son died in that fire. So similar experience. So I was in Canada actually when it happened, and I got that phone call. And
oh wow,
yeah. So I know what it's like to get that that devastating news where you're just like, oh my God, like it's just, it is a very ethereal feeling. And it does feel like you're almost pulled out of your body.
And
Yes,
so this was just
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. And so this is in your book, and you also talk about this was about 6 months before the COVID situation happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you're a realtor and COVID hits and you're dealing with the tragedy of this.
And the two kids being raised at the same time.
And usually when people that have been in long-term marriages, one spouse will die and the other one will follow shortly. In a lot of cases, for me, what happened was is that I had Crohn's, and the stress and the trauma of dealing with losing my wife, triggered that inflammation in my body. And I ended up in the hospital myself with emergency surgery in November of 2019, and I almost died myself. So my daughters were just, beside themselves. Like they were going
about to
to
lose
possibly
both parents.
lose their both parents. Yeah. Fortunately, I pulled through. They took about a third of my intestine. So I just get healed from that. So November, December, January, then February of 2020 happens. COVID breaks out.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned to you before, that was the year of the great toilet paper shortage, and and it was.
What happened to your business?
Yeah.
Well, with real estate, they shut down open houses for a while, so we couldn't really. They took them a few months to designate it as an essential service, as a realtor, but it really shut our business right down. So I was faced with an unknown future, with my health, with my traumatized teenage daughters, with my business.
Wow.
And I went from 181 pounds to 148 pounds in that period of time.
Oh, so much stress.
Just for you sleuths out there that are watching all over the place, come on over, join us at the Amazon Live show, and you can grab Scott's book. It's in the carousel underneath.
It's only $18, by the way.
It's only $18. Daily Dad, picking up the pieces, some great inside information. And for the sleuths that are going, he said the word constable. I hear an interesting tone when he speaks. This young fella is in Canada. And so he's a cousin to me as an Australian. And for those who weren't aware, Canada was a lot more strict than the US when COVID first hit.
Yeah.
So we dealt with it here in the States going, what's going on? They dealt with it much more extreme measures were taking place.
Not even extreme, but just more systematically. I would say systematically. I wouldn't call it extreme. Because,
extremes, yeah, probably
not. Because they didn't have 1 million deaths in Canada. We did.
It felt extreme to me because my sister lives in Canada and I had to go through all this government paperwork
to get there. Yeah.
To get up there, and then I had to when I crossed the border, I had a government official come and see me like 4 or 5 times over the 2 weeks
while you were there.
While I was living in the basement before I could talk to them, but I had to stay away from them for 2 weeks.
Yeah, when Jamie went to visit, he had to tell where he was quarantining at. He had to quarantine there, and an official from the Canadian government actually came and checked to make sure that he was actually quarantining when he came into the country.
Yeah. By the last visit, I'm like, "You're coming back? I can make you tea now." He goes, "No." So for those people listening, Scott is up in Canada. And he's oot and a boot there.
And Joanna says, I'm listening now, bring tissues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, awesome. With Canada at that time, like we couldn't even gather more than 2 or 3 people in public outside.
Yeah.
And they were handing out tickets.
We couldn't either, but we still did.
Yeah. Well, we did too. I mean, Canada's a pretty big country. So
Brooke says, so powerful, Scott.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Brooke. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can grab his book. In it, I believe that you talk about loss from a different perspective.
Right. Well, I look at, when I decided to write the book, I decided, okay, it's COVID, and basically COVID was the great equalizer, right? It didn't matter whether you were making $500,000 a year, at work, or whether you worked at Walmart. I mean, it didn't matter. Everybody had to stay at home, and everybody was affected in exactly the same way. And for me, I felt like the world had shut down for me, so we could grieve. So I decided to look at it from that perspective, and so I made a decision that, what perspective, how am I going to look at this, her passing away, committing suicide? I had a choice, right? I had a choice of feeling that the world is a dark, dangerous, terrible, rotten place. I had all this dark, terrible feelings, and these feelings led to all kinds of different thoughts, and then I could come undone like a cheap suit, and start drinking, and start avoiding and being distant, and not spending time with my children, being angry, having all of these types of reactions to it. Or I could take the right path, and I could have these feelings of, this positive energy of looking at it from a position of love, and rather than thinking that her mother was a terrible big jerk for what she did to herself and her children and to us, I could look at her as a loving, compassionate, kind, loyal person that wasn't well. And then as a result, taking that position, it was easier for me to be able to find that courage and that willingness to do the right thing, to honor her life by writing a book, to honor her life by being present for my children, for our children, and to step up and be a daily dad, one day at a time.
And helping others to figure out how to pick up those pieces after grief, right?
That's a great thing about David Scott's book, Daily Dad, is that when you're in this kind of situation, you feel alone. You feel alone. So having this book, you realize that you're not alone, that there are other people, and there's also information in the story to enable you to start to see, there are still positive things in my life. Like Scott was saying, it's like there's this path of like I can focus on all the thing that makes me unhappy, and there's justified reason for that. It doesn't mean you should stay there. And then the right path in regards to, okay, so what can I do? What is good? I mean, I'm sure I've been in some tragic situations, yet there's also always been a little moment of, for me, humor. There's always been a little moment of something that can make me smile. Or we can share some joy about a little thing. And then when we focus on that, we give that the opportunity to grow. So through this, that 12 months, from the moment of the passing to where you're up and you started writing the book, how many months into COVID?
About 2 or 3 months into COVID. I was talking, I originally wanted to write the book mainly as a memoir for my daughters and I,
right?
So that we'd never forget, and so that my daughters could see, because we really were kind of alienated from one another, and so it was a way for me to speak to my daughters in a way, and that's how it originally started. I mean, my oldest daughter, she wanted to be anywhere. She was 17 at the time. She wanted to be anywhere but home with us. She wanted to run. She was in fight and flight mode, right? And my younger daughter slept from June till September, until the rainy season here, in a tent in the backyard. So being a father to two teenage daughters and having no clue on how to connect with teenage girls, the only thing that I could offer them was my love and my presence and my undivided attention. And silence really was golden for us. So as a dad, what I did was that I really enjoyed skateboarding when I was when I was a kid, because I found a freedom, a sense of freedom. I felt a sense of peace and serenity when I would ride my skateboard down the street. So I went out to the mall, and the local mall, and I picked up 2 longboards, and then I went and fished my old longboard out of the shed, and I said, "We're going longboarding." And so then every day for about, well, we still do. I mean, not every day, but we still do. We ride, and
That's
here I
awesome.
am. Here I am. I was a 50-year-old dad at the time, and the neighbors knew what happened, and they'd see me getting out on the skateboard with my daughters, and I'd get the thumbs up, and I'd get the nod, and I'd be out there riding the streets with my daughters, just building that connection, right?
Mhm.
And when you've been absolutely floored, devastated in a catastrophe, that has happened, it's having that connection, knowing that there's a tether in the tempest that's there, and that's the best thing I could have done for them.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's really hard when we go through trauma. I know for me, I was real young when my house burnt down. My friends really didn't know how to help me at the time, and I was so traumatized that I cried for like 4 months straight. I just couldn't stop crying. It was just like the tears would just come. And I had my own daughter. My daughter was 7 at the time. And so
I'm
what
so
ended up
sorry to
happening,
hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, I mean, I've been through a ton of trauma I highly recommend trauma counseling. And also I recommend, if you are having any kind of issues with suicide, there is actually a hotline you can call. It's just 988. That's a crisis hotline similar to 911. You can call 988 and get some help if you are looking to get some help. But I think a lot of times what happens in trauma is our friends don't know how to help us, and we don't know what we want. We can't. It's it's very difficult for people in that situation to make a decision. Like I was having trouble even making the decision to go to the grocery store. I literally just needed somebody to. So if you have somebody that's going through this in your life, go to them. Say, we're going to go eat. Now I'm taking you to go eat. Like just take some control and make some decisions, because decision is the last thing that you want to do.
And just to add to that, when they do start to talk, don't try to fix anything. Just let them talk.
Yeah,
just let them share. Just let them release. Just let them explain. So as that energy is given a release, and then after you can start looking, okay, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to happen? So when they do start to open up and share, the best thing you can do for anybody that's going through some form of situation is to listen. You don't want to be listening for 6 months though, because then they've created a habit.
Right.
And that habit is being a repetition process of the subconscious
of commiserating misery.
Yeah. And they're looking for that habit. So when they first start, yes. And there is a time.
If it goes on, actually, I would recommend getting help, like suggesting getting help, like always get help. Like if you feel like you aren't qualified, get help. That's the moment I go, I'm not qualified for this situation. I'm going to get help,
So what are some of the key elements in your book that you were surprised, even to yourself, when you started writing? Well, most of the authors we've spoken to, they say, my plan was this, and then all of a sudden I realized there was this little thing that was significant, and I surprised myself. Is there anything in the writing of your book that kind of even surprised yourself?
Like the process of writing, or the content of what I was writing?
The content.
Was really finding, really discovering the depth of my own inner self.
Oh, sweet.
And really discovering that grief is actually to be embraced. Grief is actually to be celebrated, because when you are grieving, it's God's way of allowing us to heal. Grief is a God-given emotion. God gave us that emotion for a reason. And he gave it for it to allow that energy, as you were saying, and allow those feelings and those thoughts to pass through you rather than stay stuck in you. So it's a tool to be used properly. And it's to see it from the perspective, well, grief is bad. I got to suppress it and stop crying. And I got to stop feeling bad. No, feel bad, cry. Allow it to pass through you. Celebrate because you are healing. And on the other side of that grief is nirvana, is a better place. So I said to my daughters before, I said, you know what, girls, right in the early part of our trauma, I said, listen, we have a choice, take the left road or the right road. And I said, and there's no going over it, no going around it, no going under it. We must go through it, because I promise you, girls, on the other side, you're going to come out a better person, a happier person, and a more fulfilled person. And you'll be able to help other people through this. And yeah.
Cool.
So,
It was interesting that you said you need to embrace the grief there and accept it, acknowledge it, and like you say, trying to hold, because I do emotional energy therapy with people, and it's all about emotions that weren't allowed to be expressed. And we have the neutral zone, and we have positive emotions. We're encouraged to express the positive. Oh, good for you. Yeah. The negatives. Oh, you don't need to worry.
You don't act like that.
It's nothing to worry about. Okay, let's focus on something else right now.
Or good girls don't cry. Don't cry about that.
And they're all energy, emotional states with a thought form that get trapped in the body and they get repeated continually through the subconscious, affecting how our daily life is. Yet I have a Scottish tradition with my family. When someone passed, we would have a wake, and not me, but most of my relatives would be drunk and be saying, "Oh, what about the time, David? Yeah!"
They really celebrate.
They release it all in cheers and stories, and oh, hey, and they just, that energy is released in a celebration of their life.
Exactly, and that's grieving. And another thing is with grieving, you grieve in your own way. Every person grieves, has their own way of grieving. Like my one daughter wanted to run away. My other daughter slept in a tent. I started writing a book. It happens in a certain, and the one thing that I found with grief, it doesn't happen, they have those levels of grief, and it doesn't just happen one at a time. In a situation like this, it happens all at once. You're feeling love and hatred and happiness and sad and joy and apathy all at the same time, and it's just so overwhelming that you don't know what to do with it.
And guilt.
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 Survivor's
guilt is very real too.
Big one.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
For sure.
There's such a cute video I just sent Jamie yesterday. Is this little boy, he was his mom. It was like the end of the night talk, and this boy was probably about 4 or 5, like super little. And he was talking. He had made a bad choice that day, and let some of his emotions out, and
he got upset
in an unhealthy way.
And this is the 4-year-old say this.
Yeah,
I have to admit, I didn't make a smart choice. But babies only are learning their emotions. Where Daddy, and I told Daddy that's not a smart choice. and he goes, "And what did Daddy do?" Well, Daddy agreed, and he stopped.
His little maturity, so cute. And then, and he's like, and then what about if I'm scared? And the mom's like, yes, that's another emotion. And he's just going through. He says, "Man, all these emotions," he says. Like, "Oh, kid, you're in for it."
That's the beautiful thing with what we have here, because we have all these senses, we have all these emotions. Imagine you're a soul, you get in a body and go, "Oh, I love all the gray," and I love just breathing, not moving, not going anywhere, not seeing anything, and just eating white bread. That was flavor. This is life. And there's always another adventure. There's another moment. There's another circumstance. As a former international stunt actor, I'm sad to say a number of my friends are no longer here. And they are brilliant sparks of life people, yet we remember the joy they brought. and also move on to our next opportunity to have more joy. We can express and experience and make the most of what you have, even if what that is doing a job you don't enjoy, but a stranger comes past. Like maybe I can't think of a job you wouldn't enjoy because you get to meet people or relate to people.
Yeah.
Being a politician, there we go. Now, even if there's one I wouldn't enjoy.
I would hate it.
But even in that position, you still get to meet people. You still get to make eye contact. You still get to say hello. You still get to exchange a smile. You still get to say eat. I backpack through Africa, and anything that I'm going through right now is nowhere near as devastating as what I've seen around the world. So in all these moments, and you've got Scott's book here, talking about his journey of discovering what was more in his life and what's possible. And you've even got an upcoming book you were sharing with us, because this is the
you told us about an upcoming book that you're writing
that
right
you're
now.
currently working on. This is you're currently doing. This is Daily Dad. It's in the carousel, picking up the pieces. And when you start to pick up the pieces, what can you build?
Exactly. Well, it's kind of the sequel to Daily Dad, picking up the pieces. So where do we go from here? I mean, I'm a 54-year-old father now, and we've gone through the worst of this experience. And so I writing in the midst of writing a book called Daily Dad, or Daily Dating, sorry, and it's about people that middle-aged, my age, and they've gone through the loss of a loved one, a divorce, a bankruptcy, or they found themselves as single parents. They're dealing with traumatized children. You're traumatized. Like, how do you move forward and step back into life? And where do you what about yourself that we need to look at and examine that prepares us for the world again, to attract, like a magnet, that right person. It's like that one person for me. And currently, right now, I'm currently engaged to somebody.
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. And
thank you.
Wonderful.
I know my daughters absolutely love her to death, and she's a school teacher in a nearby town, and we're going to get married this fall. So
did you know that, or have we just like does your fiance know that you're getting married in fall, or do we just break the news to her?
No.
Last night when we were chatting.
I think that I've learned enough over the years that it's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with the flow, take a Zen approach to it, and just let it unfold the way it's supposed to.
Sweet,
right?
Sweet.
I love that.
Yeah, and you know what? And we picked a date in September, so we're going to marry on a beautiful island out here on the West Coast. So,
and everyone that's watching, you're invited. So we don't know what
you can come.
Yet, so
there are some pretty ones, though.
Yeah, there sure are.
That's a beautiful story. I really like that. I'm congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It's wonderful to hear. And I really liked when you said you went skateboarding, because a powerful thing with any struggle in life. Now, Scott's book is talking about a very significant change that took place. Yet you could lose your job, you could lose your business, you could get divorced. There are a whole lot of different things as well, which create, all of a sudden, there's a different lifestyle that's in place. What are you going to do? And you mentioned about going longboarding, getting outside of the house, breathing fresh air, seeing a different environment stimulates the neurocortex in the brain, and you create different chemistry. You start to rinse out the negative repeated thought. So
the sadness, the grief, all of that. And also forward motion also does that. So the fact that you were in a forward motion, it starts to move the past away from you.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were doing that, we don't even realize how important that making a move and moving our bodies is. Anytime Jamie and I are ever feeling stuck, it's really funny. We go, okay, well, what can we control? Well, we can control our diet, we can control our exercise, and we can control cleaning our environment.
Our house gets cleaner than it's. One of the benefits is our house gets cleaner than
our
it's
house
ever been.
gets clean. And then what I
And
realized,
we go out, we go for walks in nature. Nature is so healing.
yeah, just getting outside and making that forward movement, and we start doing that. We start making that a daily practice, and all of a sudden things start to shift around us. And what I realized years later is all we were doing was cleaning up the energy. We were moving the energy and moving it and making it move forward.
That's right. And one thing I'd like to say is never give up. No matter how dark and desperate and hard it may be, never give up. Like with me trying to build a connection with my daughters, it took 1.5 years before my second daughter could say she loved me.
Oh.
And it took before she could look me in the eyes. And there's many times that I just wanted to fix. I just wanted to make it right. I just wanted her to see the light. And it took everything in my power not to try to fix my daughter, not try to convince her or to manipulate her to think the way that I wanted to think. So what I needed to do was just to be present, just to shut up, go skateboarding, take them camping, take them fishing, and just be present and do some activities like you say. But don't give up, because don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on the ones around you. And yes, there are gonna be dark, lonely times. There are people that have no comprehension on how they can handle this with you. And it's not that they're being mean. It's just that they are overwhelmed and they have no answers, and they're confused and they're hurt and they're grieving as well. And so it's a matter of like you said, just being present and giving your undivided attention to them.
Yep, being present. And it's interesting because the word present can also mean a gift, and that is the greatest gift you can give somebody is being present with them, because it lets them know that they have value and worth in that moment. And that's what most people are looking for in life is to be recognized in some aspect, in some way. But it's an absolute pleasure having you here with us today, Scott.
Yeah, thank you.
Author of the book, Daily Dad, Picking Up the Pieces, down below. And
it's available right below.
And what's your upcoming book? What's the title of it?
It's going to be Daily Dating.
Daily dating.
Yeah.
Learning about the pieces.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, it's because it's one day at a time, right? So it's
It certainly is. Isn't it, dear? Yeah.
Yes, it is, dear.
Ow. Ow, stop that. Ow.
Awesome, Scott. We're always honored that you took the time to spend with us. We'll be sending you some information and links and stuff, so that you can share this interview out with your fans and things like that. And people can find you on social media. They can just look, Google Scott Cramer, Daily Dad, and you'll be able to find him, or just buy the book right below. It's only $18.63 today. And they're all saying in the chat, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Great. So they're all very, very appreciative of you being here. So thank you so much.
Appreciate you sharing so honestly and openly. It's about, because this subject matter, which we didn't go into, but this subject matter is quite a challenging subject for people to talk about. They want to help, but they don't even know what to say, how to connect, how to start a conversation.
Well, it's one of the last taboos.
Yeah.
That haven't been brought into the light. That hasn't really been addressed for people to talk about. And so. And I just want to shine a bright light on it and break that ceiling on talking about suicide. And
and normalizing mental health care. Like it's not, there's nothing shameful about going and getting counseling, or going and getting help. Like you go to see a personal trainer to build your muscle. Why wouldn't you go to a counselor to build your brain, your mind? It's
they help you. We used to be personal trainers in a gym, and people go, I know how to lift weights. I'm like, you know how to lift it now, but within say 6 months, you're going to be injured because of the way you know how to lift it. You know, go to a professional who can just tweak a couple of things and go, oh, wow, this is so much better. It's the same with how you're using your brain. All those thoughts and those emotions are connected in certain ways. Someone that is experienced in understanding how those connections go can help you create a greater result for what you want in your life. So just quickly on the end here, one piece of advice that you would have for somebody that knows somebody that's had a death or a suicide or a tragedy, how can they approach that person, or what's a way for them to be able to connect to let that person know that they're there for them?
Don't be afraid to bring it up, and don't be afraid to talk about it. We're not made of glass, and we're not going to shatter. And it's okay to bring it up and talk about it, in of course in an appropriate time and place. But don't avoid it.
Right.
Run to it. It's like with a ghost, right? You know, if you see a ghost, don't run away with it, because a ghost will feed off your fear and manifest its form that way. But if you run through it, it will disappear. So run to it. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
cool.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, that's just an analogy, I guess, right?
I thought you saw something behind me.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would run towards a ghost if I saw one.
That's what they look like.
I don't think I would.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's take it. It's like a dog chasing you. Don't run.
Don't run. He'll chase you if you run. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
There's now a dog.
That's the advice I give to women in dating. You know, it's like like if you really like a guy, don't chase him. Let him chase you.
Yeah.
You chased me.
I did chase you.
And it didn't work. I'm playing the long game.
You were a catch. Awesome. Well, thank you again, Scott, so much for joining us. Again, we're always appreciative when you spend time with us, and we look forward to having you back on when you come out with your next book.
Yep.
Oh, I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
And all the best with your fishing this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. And they're all saying, have a great day in the chat. And also, Brooke, thanks for the follow. This is for you, by the way. Dancing, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, thank you very much,
Brooke. New bee, and I noticed, guys, I'm super excited about this. Just if I stand right like this, wait, I gotta find it. Wait, I come forward. There we go. It looks just like a crown.
Yeah, I'm glad we all stopped for that.
I'm glad we all stopped for that. Everybody's saying, see you, Scott. Have a great day.
Bye, Scott.
Thank you. It was wonderful. Nice. And they all said congrats on the marriage, too. So
yeah, congrats.
Awesome. And again,
they're
his
all
book is
dropping
below.
their email addresses so you can send us an invite for that. Otherwise, we'll just be island hopping. we do very much appreciate Scott coming in and sharing. Something that's a very sensitive subject. Well, it is a sensitive subject for everybody, I think, and also a serious subject, yet also something that can't be avoided. As Scott was saying, avoiding it is not going to help in any way whatsoever.
No.
So reach out and say, hey, I know myself when tragedies are happening with me, people, I don't know how to bring this up, Jamie, that, you know, say, for example, my leg's going to be amputated. And they're like, how do you, I don't know what to say. I'm like, well, it's no surprise to me. I'm in hospital with my leg all wrapped up here. I know what's going on. You're not breaking news to me. I know this is happening. So talking about it lets me then share these feelings that can get trapped inside.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's very good.
And what's next on the carousel are these great lights from Gear Light, and they're book reading lights.
Gear Light.
I'm going to add this. Let me just add this from here. Yeah, this is a little book reading light. Super cute. This is from Gear Light. Let me just show you guys this. It comes in a 2-pack, and they are only $28.51 today. And let me just show you how cute this is. You could charge it, and then it's rechargeable, so you don't have to have it plugged in all the time. And then it just clips on, guys. Clips onto your book, and then just boom, little book light.
Oh, you could even put that on your. Oh, sorry. You can even. You can put that on your computer and just shine it down.
You could.
I don't know why you would. You probably. But you could, look at that.
Look at that.
I could probably put 2 of these, one on either corner, and it's got an ambient light. Look at
Oh,
that.
check that. It's got yellow light or white light, or
On is
it's like a yellowish, like a dimmer light.
soft, warm.
I wonder if I could read with that yellow light in bed next to you and it wouldn't bother you.
I think it would bother me still because you read out loud. You're
no,
like,
I do not.
and then Brad Pitt said he would. I think you're reading some fantasy novel.
Sure,
I'm thinking
reading.
I could put two of these, one on either side of my computer, and use that as my lights for when I'm doing those Zoomy talks.
Oh, for Zoom talks?
Yeah.
Actually, that might not be a bad light. It
probably
does
need a
come in a
brighter.
2-pack.
But this is great. Look,
These are cute. And it comes
Boom.
with a little charging cord too.
little charging because just a little clip at the top. The clip's not too strong. Just clip it onto your book where you're reading and clip it onto your desk. Very easy to move around. So that is the Gear Light reading lights, and you get them in a 2-pack for just $28.
The
Right
next is
there.
the Cloud Massager, and guys, this is the upgraded one, and it's a really good price today.
And this
because,
is it here.
Because if you guys remember, the old Cloud Massager, didn't come with the remote, and it was $300. This is a better price than the old one. It's only $280 today, and it's got this really cool feature on it called Sway.
No sway.
Yes, Sway.
No sway.
Yes, a Sway. And you want that because what it does is while it's like compressing and rubbing and stuff, it also moves your feet right to left. Oh. Excellent for plantar fasciitis, diabetes, neuropathy, all that good stuff.
And you can even turn this around so it sits up like that.
And what is awesome is you can just chill out, put your feet in this guy, get your book out, get your Daily Dad book out, and then clip that light on, and you're just chilling like a villain, ready to go.
Very good.
Cool. Yeah.
Woohoo. So
Guys, that's only $280 right now. It's a great price, and it comes with a remote. So all you have to do is just
sit and play.
Sit and play. You're good to go. Awesome. I think Jamie's got a video. No, we don't have a video for this Tech Orbits.
No, we don't. This is the Tech Orbits.
It
It's
is
downstairs.
sitting at our front door. It's in its box still, and it is so cool. We're so excited to have it.
That's almost what she said verbatim with a different tone when she points at it, because I'm the one supposed to make the video. She goes, "Oh, it's a really great desk. It's really cool. It's sitting here in the doorway.
It's still at the front
Still
door.
at the front door.
And it should be set up in my craft room."
Now, how many of you have used a standing desk? You can adjust
Oh
the
my
height
God,
on
it's
them. They're
amazing.
great. At first, I thought, why would you? When I saw other people had them, I got one. Absolutely love it. Adjust the height. Sometimes my neck's a little tight, and I'll put it to stand up. I'll even put it up here, and I'll rest my arms, and I'll just watch. I'll actually be just leaning on the table, watching a cartoon, and then I'll lower it back down and go back to work.
Yeah, this one's only $259, and it is motorized, so just automatic.
And another great thing when you click on it, have a look at the pictures there, you'll notice that there's no floor bar. The one that Amy has, which was the first one we got, it actually has a floor bar in the base.
Oh, yeah.
Which gets in the way at
Yeah,
times.
and actually, because I would like to put my foot massager under it, but that bar's there, and I can't do anything with it.
Yeah. So
Not my favorite.
So that's good in that way.
This next thing is from Paper Code. Is this the planner, or is this
This is
this is a daily planner, the simple elephant planner. I think Jamie's got a video, but if you mute it, I'll just talk over it.
I will then.
Yeah. Okay, so this is simple elephant planner. It's really cute. It comes in a little box, and it's got these stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? So all these stickers are pretty cool. You've got like hearts, money, a little coffee cup if you're like planning coffee. Got a little exclamation point if you want to like put that in your book. But it's really helps you to stay organized and keeps your productivity level on high. It's really nice, really cute planner.
And it's more than just a planner, because it actually is like a strategy planner as well. You got a little section where you can write what's your focus for today, what's your focus for the week, the month, etc. And
it's on sale today. It's only $7.38.
Yeah, 18% off.
Awesome.
And there's different colors that you can that you can choose.
Enjoy, even the purple. Now, this next is from Luigi Bormioli. I love their products. Luigi Bormioli has these beautiful glasses. This is only $38.20. Look at how beautiful this glass is.
4 in the pack.
It's so pretty. I'm going to add it to the carousel real quick.
What do you mean? In the carousel?
No, I'm going to add it to my.
Your computer screen.
Yeah, I was going to show close up.
Right.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, and it's actually engraved on the bottom, and it's thick cut glass. It's crystal glass, so creates a really nice feeling in your hand when
it's
you're
heavy
holding.
too. The bottom of it's like weighted, so it's like kind of got a really good solid feel to it. Awesome. Okay, this next is Bath Haven. Oh, I got this in the bathtub. I'll go grab it.
Yeah, you go get it. I'll click the next one down and I'll talk about it. The Rubus tea.
Okay, and then I'll go get it.
Because if you guys were watching, I was sipping away a nice, lovely little cup of tea. That it's all gone now. But this is 100% organic Rubus tea, South African red flavor. The South African red, and they come in. There's 4 pouches, so they stay fresh quite a long time in these aluminum foil pouches. And inside is the tea bag. Oops, I grabbed 7 of them. So you got the little tea bag, drop them in, let him stir for a while, add your milk or whatnot. It has a kind of a semi-sweet, full earthy.
Rublois. Yeah, Rublois. It's a really good quality Rublois. I love it.
It really is. The Rubus red tea has a delicious, naturally sweet and smooth flavor.
My favorite thing to do with this is to add a drop of vanilla.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's really nice.
And we got our vanilla from Mexico.
We did.
It's really nice Mexico now.
Awesome. Okay, so this is from Bath Haven. This is a really cute product. This is a full bath pillow, and it's like cushy. And it's got this little pillow here. It is perfect for the bathtub. It's got these little suction cups on the back. I will be using this later today. And basically all I do is I lay this in the bath, and I can literally just lay my head back and chill out. Otherwise, you know how you've got kind of that uncomfortable spot? There's really nowhere to lay your head. This solves that. And then when I'm done with it, it's got this kind of airy texture. I just literally pick it up and press it against the wall like that, and it just dries.
Yeah, it just drains out and dries.
Drains out and dries, and that's it.
That's very cool.
Awesome. This is from the Optics. Go ahead.
This is a circadian rhythm lamp. So it's going to support your sleep patterns. So it's from Circadian Optics. It's a therapy lamp, UV-free, happy mood lamp to improve your emotional state. This is great for people. This is a nice design. They have a couple of different designs that you can look at. This always reminds me, because I lived and worked in Japan for 3.5 years. It reminds me of just some of the temples that were there, and it just plugs in and you turn him on. So what's very cool about this is it creates that the light sideways. It's going to create that light that you're missing from your natural outdoor sunlight and whatnot. And it's going to increase your focus, improve your mood, boost your energy, regulate your sleep by having it on and then turning it off at night. It's got 3 brightness levels and it's full spectrum light, and it's UV free.
What I noticed the most from using these is that I sleep a lot better at night when I'm more consistent with this.
Yeah. So you put it on for a short period of time each day, and so
awesome. This next is Bean Envy. This is all from Bean Envy. The next 3 products here.
Oh, check out this groovy little video, and I want you all to get up and dance.
Ooh,
this is a dance along with this video.
I'll do it. I'll dance with you guys.
Play. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to turn the volume down. We can talk about these.
Sounds good. Okay. Enough dancing.
Enough dancing. I hope you all got up and danced. There was
I
a
hope you
moment
did.
for you to have a little bit of fun.
So this is the Bean Envy. It is on sale today. It's normally $30. It's only $14.99. This is the frother.
This is the frother. I put a couple of one AA battery in there, and it lasts forever and
Hi,
blends up.
Margaret. Welcome.
I've also beat up an egg with that. Like I've dropped the egg whites and popped
The
an egg
bone
in.
broth is currently unavailable, so we're not going to talk about that.
The bone broth is vanilla flavor, tastes great.
But we'll skip over the Bean Envy.
The scoop that I'm actually putting there is actually the keto mushroom.
Yes, the keto mushroom is fantastic. This is a blend of lion's mane, reishi, chaga, cordyceps, shiitake, and ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is not a mushroom, but it's an herb that helps your mood. So
Ashwagandha is not a mushroom? I thought ashwagandha was.
I don't.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Ashwagandha is an herb.
No, yeah, African herb.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different.
But I can see why it would. Oh, hi, I love mine. Margaret says I love mine. She's got one. I can see why you would think that sounds like a mushroom.
Ah, it does.
Ashwagandha sounds like a mushroom.
It is.
Okay, go ahead. Gear
so
light.
Bean Envy's got some great things. Go check them out. These are the gear light. Boop. See that? Boop. Doop, 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 doop. Here we go. I'll let you hold one up close to your camera, and I'll just talk about mine over here. Oh, I probably need to stop this. I'm still enjoying the video.
We're over there on the video.
I'm over here on the video. Where's the stop share button? There it is. There we go, folks. Now you can see the light that I'm talking about. This is really cool. It's a nice metal covering. It's got a little red silicone button on the button here. It's got a little clip for you to clip it onto your shirt.
My battery's out on this one. I was trying to be all cute.
It's not out. I didn't put one in.
Okay.
I need to show the light on one of them.
Trade me. One
of us has the light, and the other is over there in the dark. Yeah, these are a great little flashlight. You get them in a 2-pack. They're solid metal, still lightweight but sturdy. They feel sturdy. And let me just see if you can. It shines out quite well. You can really you can make the detail over in the back corner there down the bottom. You see, you can easily read all the writing and everything. So great little handy light to have, say, in your glove box of your car or anywhere else. So they're good. You could put a battery in yours because we've got this battery holder.
Oh, cool. There you go.
There you go. Hold this battery holder.
That one's only $25.57. And this one is $27.78, this battery holder.
Yeah, this 2-pack of lights is fun. I like them. I think PC Phil's got a set of these.
I think so, and I believe he's got this battery holder too. This one's cool. It's on sale today. It's normally $30. It's only $27. My daughter asked for batteries the other day, and you know what she did? Okay, so you've got these two things here, right? She opened the bottom one and flipped it open, and all the batteries were all over the floor. She was like, I didn't realize there were 2 sides to this.
So it's all you gotta do is to pay a little bit of attention.
Yep.
The smallest bit of attention. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not just with the batteries, but just a little bit.
Yeah. So anyway,
So what I like about, we had another one that was really cool as well, and it was a black covering. You couldn't see.
You didn't know what you had.
Like right here, I go, oh yeah, no, we're fine with AA batteries. We got AA's, we got triple
what
A's.
battery do I need? Which side? And you just
You know what we need to get a couple more of?
What do we need?
Is the 420s, the little. I can instantly see that we've only got one of these left. So when the remote to get in and out of the car breaks,
right. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So this is great. It's sturdy. You can carry it around nice and easy.
Margaret says we have this and love it. So helpful for everyone in the house to know where the batteries are and see when we need more of a certain type. Mine's red. Nice.
Woo!
Very
Going
cool.
with the color challenge. And you've also got a battery tester.
It comes with a battery tester.
Flip the battery in there, slide this up, you get a reading on the meter. If it's not up there in the deep green, throw it away.
Toss it. Awesome. This next is from Hearts and Crafts. This is DIY. This is for being able to, this is a melting pot.
Melting pot. What did I say? Melting pot.
Which is great because now I'm not ruining the pans in the house when I make my candles.
Thank goodness. And
and it's cool colored.
Look, isn't that beautiful?
So if you don't have a double boiler, all I do is I just put a pan of water on the stove and I just stick this directly into the pan of water. So it just works just like that.
Melting pot.
Melting
When
pot.
we say melting pot, what else do you know is called the melting pot?
Isn't New York or America?
Oh, I was thinking of a cafe pub in Japan.
Oh.
There's a place called the Melting Pot.
The Melting Pot in California, I believe, is a fondue restaurant. That's delicious.
Ooh, fondue.
Yes.
Fond will.
Fond will. Anyway, this is only $16.99 to get yourself a little double boiler so you can stop ruining your pans. Yeah, and this is the 4 pounds. So this can you can melt 4 pounds of wax in that one.
I bet you would.
Yes, I could. Very cool. I know, it's cool. That's a cool company. I like this company. Awesome. Wow. What a great day. We had a great interview with our author.
Yep.
We have some great products, some fun stuff. Like that's
Oh, hey, you didn't put you didn't add it.
Oh, I forgot to add this.
Yeah.
Let me add him.
And the other one.
Oh, where we got?
So this is the kids bowling set. Now this is great. It's a tactile toy. Let me bring him up here. This is really, really good. You have 6 little animals in here.
He's also on sale. Big special. Only
Huge
$24.99
sale.
today.
And the other guy is too. Let me run down and grab him. You got these in?
Yeah, I'll talk about these. You go get the other one.
Okay, so these are the 6 little animals and the 6 little balls here. And it's as you can see, I've got them lined up here.
Oh, this is cool.
And then, boom, they fall apart. They come in half. And Amy will give you a quick explanation.
I will. I'm going to add the other product too. And this other product I'm actually really excited about.
Well, maybe we won't add it. Maybe we'll get them to guess. No,
I already added it.
Okay, well.
Too late.
Too late. Where did I put it?
Last I saw it was on the bench. All right, so these are really cool because these are little all little different animal squeaky guys, and it's a bowling set too. But what I like about it is you've got these different shapes. So the one matches the one, and then when you go like that, you've got the one, and it's 1 dot. So for instance, the 6 has 6 little dots, and it's got a different shape that it matches. So you've got several different textures, sounds, numbers.
Make a squeaky sound with it. Isn't that going to be fun? Adults love to hear that sound.
Adults love that sound.
So do dogs.
Yeah, I don't know why dogs like that sound. The 5 has a little star. That's cute.
So they children for 6 months and up get to learn to play with these. They get to be able to put them away. Like if they started to chew on it, as the little kids do, there's not an issue.
And it has several different like stacking games that you can play. So it's got like different like suggestions and stuff. I love this set. I think it's really adorable. We do not have stuff.
There's a lot of hidden learning elements that are taking place for the baby as it's starting to grow because of how these are designed.
I'm not sure why all of the animals have a unicorn horn, but I like it.
Oh, they do.
Every single one of them.
Interesting. Because it's magical.
They're magical.
So yeah.
Awesome.
So this is you're improving the child's motor skills. Where's the other ball go?
Margaret's dog got excited.
Boom. Hey, Margaret's puppy, this is for you.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
So
everybody's dog is like.
Lucky we didn't say, Alexa, play Baby Shark. Lucky we didn't say that. So you learn shape, you learn numbers, you learn recognition, you learn color, you learn touch and feel. There's different indentations and shapes on the ball. These are for brain development of the young child.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
Our Alexa is going off.
Our Alexa now, because some fool up here
is playing Baby Shark.
Thought he would play a joke on you, and it has backfired.
Alexa, stop.
Well, that's funny for you folks.
That was funny.
And Amy will not let me live that one down.
I won't. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
We're not doing that joke anymore, are we? No, we're not. So these are brilliant for young kids, 6 months and up. Learn shape, colors, size, design, and hand-eye coordination with rolling and playing, knocking, putting them back together. So,
awesome. Okay, let's talk about this next product.
now this next product is pretty cool.
And it's on sale too. It's 57% off, normally $45. It's only $20, $19.99 today.
Yeah, this one's not a huge deal. I'll let Amy start to open it. Where is it? Here
I
it
don't know
is.
what you did with it.
Here it is.
Oh, ooh.
Now, as you know, that we've just moved house recently, and
This
so
is
the
gonna come
bike
in
rack
handy.
I had up, I haven't put back up, and I'm going to put this guy up instead because I prefer this one. Okay, you had your time.
Okay, you get in it.
Here you go. You can read that then. So it comes in this beautiful Hessian little bag, keep it all nice and protected. Open him up, and he's in some more bubble wrap. Look at this. He's in bubble wrap some more.
Oh, he's really.
Nice and secure. Where's those scissors?
Oh, that's cute. Thank you for your order. Your order made our day. We hope we make yours.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I love it when companies do stuff like that. I love it when companies add personal touches. There's sometimes where I open stuff and I'm like, oh, I kind of feel really valued. I feel like that. I feel like this company really gets me and they value me.
When I worked in a company, I tried to give a personal touch. Next minute, I'm in a HR meeting.
Well, you should be.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. So have a look at this. You will notice it's wood. Look at that. Wood, soft protective foam here with a Velcro strap.
Oh.
So your bike will sit up on that main beam that goes across from your front to your back. It will just sit right there. It balances there, and then your Velcro on so it's not slipping, sliding, falling. And it's nice and enough width here that it's going to hold your bike up cool. And you get your installation equipment right here. You got the two big deep bolts for your wall frame here. They go in. So you just screw them into your wall. Find the beam for it to go through, or the drywall plaster, so you're going into a beam, and just sit your bike up there, Velcro it over. Gets the bike up off the ground. In your garage, it's going to create so much extra space. Oh, well, you can do a close-up show for them. And I'll just open this little bag.
Ooh, this is a nice, like a nice padding here.
Yeah, doesn't it feel so? It's going to protect
It's
the.
very protective. It feels like velvet, but it's like a rubber velvet. I don't know how to explain that. That's really interesting.
So this gives you your two wall anchors and 3 high-quality bolts, screws to go in. Now, why 3? In case you drop one, I guess, lose one. They've got a backup for you. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Margaret says, nice. I definitely check this bike wall mount. Great price.
Simple instruction. Oh, wow. This is pretty interesting. You can actually, here, I'll just show you on the picture here. You can do it this way or this way. You know, if you've got a cross beam at the top going straight down, you can hang your bike up that way. That's interesting. And what you'll notice is it's got a nice amount of room here, because some of the brackets are a little bit shorter, and you have those wide-handled mountain bikes. You're having trouble getting in, but this will facilitate that for you as well. And you got a chamois or cloth here.
Cool.
Yeah, this is a chamois. I was looking for a chamois the other day for something. I can't remember what for now. So very easy to go up, very easy to install. Either go into a brick or into a wall, and you're ready to go.
Awesome.
So
Very cool.
that is the fabulous bike mount.
Love it.
And what did you say? I think it's on sale.
It's
it's
on
a huge sale. Huge. 57% off, down from $46 to $19.99, less than $20. Yeah, I think it's nicely priced at because it looks nice. I don't know about you folks. I love wood. I love natural wood and like the powder coated black metal. I like that kind of combination. And this is even branded. That's actually, you see that little T there? That is actually branded into it. So it's got a really nice look and feel to it. So I wouldn't be surprised that it's up around the $50, $60 mark when you're not getting it, because it's got all this. It's got high quality installation hardware in it as well, which is always good. And a chamois. This is a nice thin. I show you to wipe your bike down, clean it up, keep it all polished as you wish.
And if I stand directly underneath it in just the right way, it looks like a crown, you guys. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Queen Amy. Queen Amy.
Don't encourage her. Stop it. All of you, stop it now.
And there she is. Be kind. They were asking about the B sign.
Yeah. Guess who got it?
I got it. I did. It was what I wanted originally.
Yeah.
And then we went with this whole other design, and I went, I'm doing my lighting. And I'm happy with it so far.
So far.
We need a little, it could use a little tweaking.
It'll change tomorrow.
We're a little dark.
It'll change tomorrow, probably.
It could.
So that's it. That is the great, grab it now. That's on a huge discount. It's the wood, metal, steel bike rack mount for you. This is nice for like a high quality apartment where, you know, like some of the, like in New York, when I was in New York, if you rode your bike, you took your bike up and you put it in your apartment. So the opening in the doorway of the apartment, this would look nice in there as well.
It would, or you could even, like if you had a little balcony porch or something, you could put it out on the balcony.
Yeah, so that is it. It's a good quality one.
Very cool. Awesome. You guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks
we
everyone
are
for
always
hanging around,
honored that you
coming by, saying hello.
That you spend time with us. We're always super honored. Jamie, what should they absolutely remember?
Okay, folks, now remember, when you read a book, you actually are holding hands with an author while they take you on a journey of new discovery. So grab a book, have a read. And when you're out and about on that walk, remember, smile at a stranger. It means a lot to them, and it also helps you. So smile at a stranger, and if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.
Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.